Alright, welcome to CLINE AI. Today I'll explain what it is. Basically, it's an AI agent that helps us code and gives us a hand with programming in projects. It's a VSCode extension. As you know, there are programs like Cursor that integrate AI into code editors. Well, that's what ClientBot does. They say it's different because it's not just autonomous but a companion. It explains why it makes changes and it asks for your input. They claim it's safe to use on their platform, so pretty straightforward. The great thing about Client is it connects with many AI tools like DeepSeek, Mistral, OpenRouter, and more. Alright, let's see how to set up claim with 10 counts, okay? First, we need the code editor. You should have that already, right? As you can see, I've got it. The tutorial is on the website too. Once we have that, we need to get the extension, okay? To do this, go to the code editor. We're there now. Next, we'll head to the extensions section. It's this one here, Ctrl+Shift+X. Here we search for claim. It should show up. There it is, see? It's this one. Just click get, trust it, and proceed. Now we have it. Set to auto update. Look on the left, there's Mr. Claim, okay? It says to reload VS Code. Seems unnecessary, but it says we can do all sorts of tasks here. Thanks to Claude 3.7, we can log in for free or use an API to access models like GPT-3.5, right? We can select free, open it, and create an account. Choose the best version, disable shields for cookies, accept them, and after authorizing, open Visual Studio Code. Ah, look, there it is. It asks for permission, so we say yes, and we're in, okay? Now we can use it without any issues. How can we use CLINE AI? Well, as we can see, we have the extension here. We can expand it to a new window if we want, and pin it wherever we like. We have two modes, Act and Plan. Act completes tasks immediately, while Plan gathers info to create a plan, which you can then approve or reject. Currently, I'm using this model. They offer these cloud models for free, but with limits. We can switch APIs, but using OpenAI requires our own API key and comes with charges. We can enable extended thinking if needed. Let's try a request. For example, I asked it to code the snake game in Python. We can see how it's working, the API cost, and lots of info. It says I need to create a classic snake game in Python and lists the steps. It wants to create a new file. We can approve or not, or set auto approve. I prefer to manually approve. We hit save to create the file. It's done, and it says the snake game was created successfully. Now it wants to make a readme.md file as planned. We say yes, it can do that too. It completes tasks, gathers commands, and this is the game it made for me. Well, the one Cloudy and other tools always make. There it is with the score. If you die, there's a game over screen. It did well. That's how we'd have our task. It shows the API cost, and this is to test how Client works. It opened a new terminal. That's it. Simple as that. Now, how can we link Client with Cloud, OpenAI, DeepSeek, and other models? How can we change the model we've selected here? Once we have the extension, we open it and can change the API provider in the configuration settings. I'm using Client's API for testing, but we can select OpenRouter to connect to many AI tools. We have options like Amazon, Anthropic, Google Gemini, DeepSeek, Mistral, and more. To use DeepSeek, we'd simply connect it and select the model type we want, like Reasoner or DeepSeek R1. It shows features, costs, and custom instruction options. We'd enter the API key. You can find the DeepSeek API online. This applies to all tools. We'd go to the platform and ensure we have sufficient balance. As you can see, I have balance in DeepSeek. We'd then go to API keys and enter the generated key. It's easy. That's it for all tools. Hope you found this helpful.